Hello everyone, today we will learn how to instantly add Microsoft Outlook calendar events for new Salesforce tasks. So in this video, we will learn how can you integrate the two applications, Salesforce and Office 365 in such a way that whenever a new task is created in your Salesforce, then an event will be created in the calendar automatically. We can create this automation with the help of Pabbly Connect, where our trigger will be the new task created in Salesforce and our action will be to create event in calendar in Office 365. Let us learn how to do that. So in this video, we will learn how can you create an event in Microsoft Outlook calendar whenever a new task is created in Salesforce. To create such an automation, we will be using Pabbly. So let us quickly sign in into our account so that I will reach this place where I can see all the applications provided by Pabbly. And from here, we are going to choose Pabbly Connect to create this automation. So let us click on Access Now, which will take you to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Reaching here, you can see a big blue button on your right side where it's written Create Workflow. Click on the button and give a suitable name to your workflow. I'm going to name it as Instantly Add Microsoft Outlook Calendar Events for New Salesforce Task. Click on Create and then a blank workflow will be created for you like you can see on your screen. Trigger and action windows. Now before we move ahead with the creation of the workflow, make sure that you have opened your Outlook calendar over here and also your Salesforce account in a separate tab. Now let us understand the functioning of trigger and action window. So the trigger window is for the first application where the event will take place, which will trigger this workflow and make the action application perform the assigned action. For example, for this workflow, our trigger application is going to be Salesforce where the event will be created. And the action application will be Microsoft Outlook calendar. So in the trigger application, the event will be the new task created that we are going to create over here in our Salesforce account. And our action application where an event will be created which will take place automatically because of this workflow. So let us choose our trigger application as Salesforce. And as I said, the event is going to be new task. Click on Connect and connect your trigger application with Pabbly Connect so that Pabbly Connect can fetch all the responses which will be including the details of the new task created. Connect with Salesforce, it will automatically detect your account. Just click on Allow and give access to Pabbly Connect. Do not worry, it's 100% safe. Now when you click on Save and Send Test Request, it will bring you the recently created task over here. But we need to create a new task right now. So let us go back to our Salesforce, choose contacts over here and choose a contact for which person you want to create a task. For example, I'm going to use Sam George over here and then I will add new task right here. The subject is going to be prepare presentation. You have to assign a due date till when the task should be completed. So for example, I'm giving it the date as 28th. Okay, now the contact is already selected. You can check the status which is in progress right now. I will just click on create and then it is created over here. Go back to Pabbly Connect, again click on Save and Send Test Request and then a new task will be over here. See, prepare presentation and the status was in progress, and when you scroll down you will have over here the activity date, which means that we have received the response in a perfect way. Now, but because we are going to add it to a calendar, the calendar requires a certain format of date. So first of all, choose your Microsoft Office as your action application, Microsoft Office 365. Where the event is going to be to create an event. So you can type over here in the search bar, create event in calendar. Click on connect and again you have to follow the same process of creating the action application with Pabbly Connect so that we can send the command to Microsoft Office 365 to create an event. Connect with it and then again it will detect the presence of your account. You just have to click on yes to give access. Give it 2-3 seconds and then the authorization will be successful. Here it is. Now once it is connected, you can see it will provide you with all these fields to be filled. Now when you look at start date and end date, it is asking for this specific format to be followed. That is year, month, date is the format of the date, but we have T and the time as well. So this format is required, for which we need to change the format of this activity date. So for that, it's an easy thing to do that we will be using a feature that is built inside Pabbly. So click on the plus button under the trigger application because you will be adding this step before the action application so that you can use the response of this specific feature in your action application. Type over here date time formatter. It's a feature built inside Pabbly which can format the date in any type you want. Now you want to format only the date. Click on connect. No separate way of connection is required because it's inside Pabbly itself. Now here you will map the date that you have received from your trigger application, that is Salesforce. So for mapping, it will provide you this drop down menu so that you can insert the data from the previous step. Our previous step was Salesforce. So here we have the long list of responses and we will just choose the activity date. Now you have to set the from format and to format. So from format is this one, which is year, month and date. And then the to format that should be similar to the one that you should have in your Outlook calendar, which is this one. All right, click on save and send test request. And here we have the response. Okay, now this is the date that is given as the due date. Remember that we set it the due date, which is the last date till when the task should be completed, which means the day of starting is today itself when the task is created. So again, we will add one more step so that we can add the start date to it. The same feature is to be used again, date time formatter, and the event is to be current date. So it will detect the current date. Whenever a new task will be created in Salesforce, here first of all, the date will be formatted and then it will detect the current date when this workflow has started to work again. Click on connect, again the simple format. And here you have to use the format in which you want the current date. Time is to be included? No. So set it to false. Click on save and send test request and then it will bring you the current date, that is today's date. Now we have two responses before our action application. So since it is newly added, you have to click on connect so that it can be refreshed again. Because you already connected, just keep it to select existing connection. Click on save and it's refreshed. Now choose your calendar. Like you have different names of calendar where you are going to add the events. I have prepared one calendar over here which has the name as events from Salesforce. Choose that one. You can also add in the other calendars that are existing, but I am going to choose this one. Now in case of subject, you have to add the title. So you will be taking it from this step, that is Salesforce. The type of task is what? Prepare presentation. So where is prepare presentation? It's right here. This is the subject. The content type is plain and the content is going to be task. Okay, it's a type of task. Now in case of start date, we have the current date, which is today's date when the task was created. In the case of end date, you have the result that you got from formatting the end date. Any reminder? So yes, reminder is enter the number of minutes before the start of the event. So when the reminder will start, I am putting it to 60 minutes, which means 1 hour before the start date, it should be reminding you. Now the importance you can set to normal, high, low according to yourself. Now location, name and email address, all these informations we did not receive in the response from the trigger application. So you can leave it empty. And also addition to that, no required is written after that, which means it's not required as well. Click on save and send test request and wait for the response from your action application. See, so this notification is about the newly created event in your Outlook calendar. First of all, check for any error in the responses. If there is any error, you can correct it then and there. But if it's not there, which means that our workflow has been a success, close these applications so it will be easy for us to recap that first we created a new task in our Salesforce, formatted the date that was the due date, got the current date, and then we created an event. So the event over here, as you can see, we have it here in your right side. You can see prepare presentation. The time it's created 2 minutes ago. When it is created, it's created on 25th and it goes to 25, 26, 27 and 28th. So 28th was the due date. So this was the whole workflow. I hope this helped.
Not just these applications, but you can integrate many other applications using Pabbly Connect. If you have any issue regarding Pabbly, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. You can ask your queries at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any doubts regarding our pricing, then you can connect us through this given website. If you found this video helpful in any way, then make sure to share this with your friends and colleagues to make their life easier by creating automations. We will meet in the next video. Till then, do not forget to like our video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.